He stepped onto the cruise ship with a sense of excitement, but little did he know that the next few hours would reveal secrets only the smartest cruisers ever discover. Before we dive and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss any cruise secrets. Reveal asterisk. He walked onto the massive cruise ship, feeling the ocean breeze on his face and the weight of anticipation in his chest. Every cruiser had their checklist, and he was determined to follow the silent rules that only seasoned travelers seemed to know. First, he noticed how the smartest cruisers never rushed. They moved with a quiet confidence, scanning the embarkation hall for opportunities to get ahead. He saw them talking to staff, asking subtle questions, and quietly noting the location of everything from elevators to dining halls. He followed their lead, noticing how they kept their luggage light but meticulously organized. Every tag and every pocket had a purpose, and he realized that this was not just preparation, it was a ritual of preparation for moments that could make or break their journey. He watched as one cruiser slipped past the crowded lines with a friendly smile and a polite word, and he knew that charm was a weapon in the cruise world. And then he discovered the secret strategy of timing. They did not join the buffet immediately. Instead, they explored the decks, found the hidden spots by the pool, and claimed the best chairs as if they had a sixth sense for opportunity. He tried to mimic them, noting how they always carried a small bag with essentials: a water bottle, sunscreen, a notebook, and even a spare phone charger. They were ready for anything, and he felt his excitement build as the ship began to sail and the horizon stretched endlessly in front of him. He realized the embarkation day was a test of patience, observation, and strategy, and that every small decision could change the course of the day. He followed them to the muster drill, seeing how they turned a mandatory routine into an opportunity to meet new people, share tips, and learn small hacks that others overlooked. It was subtle and brilliant. He even noticed how they avoided obvious crowds and used quiet corridors to reach their destinations faster. They had an unspoken rhythm. They seemed to glide through chaos with ease, and he wanted to become one of them. Asterisk. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, the ship's lights flickered on, casting golden reflections across the water. He followed the smart cruisers with a mix of awe and determination, noting how they seemed to glide effortlessly from one activity to another. They moved with purpose, yet without haste. Every action seemed calculated yet natural. He observed how they approached the crew with respect but not obsequiousness. They asked questions with a curious tone and always remembered names. He realized that memory and attention to detail were weapons as powerful as charm and patience, and he tried to commit every subtle interaction to memory. The cruise ship seemed like a labyrinth, but to them it was a map they had already memorized. Every hallway, every staircase, every hidden elevator, and he marveled at their foresight. As night approached, they guided him to the observation deck, where the ocean stretched endlessly and the stars were just beginning to twinkle above. They pointed out quiet places to relax. They whispered about secret menus available only to those who asked politely. They demonstrated the art of blending in while standing out in subtle ways. He noticed how they always carried an extra pen, a small notebook, and even a spare battery pack for devices. It seemed trivial at first, but he began to understand that these small acts of preparedness could make the difference between frustration and smooth sailing. Later that evening, as the first dinner service began, the smart cruisers had already reserved tables that offered both a view and privacy. They greeted staff with a familiarity that was both impressive and slightly intimidating. He watched as they made small talk effortlessly, learning the stories of crew members and fellow passengers without seeming intrusive. It was an art he had never seen before. He noticed how they timed their meals, avoiding peak hours, yet always arriving just in time to claim the best offerings at the buffet, and he realized that this was part of a larger pattern of anticipation. They seemed to know the rhythms of the ship as if they could sense the ebb and flow of movement and opportunity. He tried to emulate them taking notes in his mind of which elevators moved faster at which times, which corridors were less crowded, and how the lighting on different decks affected visibility and comfort. Later that night, they led him to a quiet lounge, tucked away from the main promenade, a place where soft music played and drinks were served with care. He saw how they had already scoped the entire ship for these hidden gems, and he wondered how many passengers never discovered them. He realized that this knowledge gave them an advantage not just in comfort but in experience, and he vowed to learn every secret they revealed. The cruise ship seemed to pulse with life and opportunity, and the smart cruisers knew how to harness it. They showed him how to observe patterns in the movement of other passengers, how to recognize when lines would become chaotic, and when to take advantage of quiet moments. They explained the importance of timing, everything from showers to laundry to photo opportunities. They spoke about luggage strategies, how to pack efficiently, how to label items, and even how to anticipate delays so that nothing could disrupt the day. He watched as they shared their own stories of mistakes and triumphs during past voyages. He felt as though he had been given a blueprint not just for Embarkation Day, but for navigating life at sea. Every small secret felt like a treasure, every tip a key to unlocking a better experience. He began to notice how these expert cruisers created an invisible network of support, greeting familiar faces as if they had known them for years, and he realized that social intelligence was as crucial as preparation. As the ship sailed deeper into the night, he felt a mixture of exhilaration and exhaustion. He had absorbed so much information, yet he also felt empowered by the knowledge that he could now navigate this floating city with strategy and confidence. He imagined the next days and how he would apply every lesson from this first night, how he would anticipate lines, wait times, dining options, shows, excursions, and every unpredictable twist the ship might throw his way. He understood now that Embarkation Day was a microcosm of the cruise itself, a day of observation, strategy, and silent mastery of circumstances. And he felt a quiet thrill knowing that he was no longer just a passenger but a student of the ship. And as he gazed out at the moonlit waves, he made a silent promise to himself to carry forward these lessons, to savor each moment, to remain alert, and to embrace the journey with the same poise, patience, and cleverness he had witnessed in the smartest cruisers. He knew that tomorrow would be another test, another day to refine these skills, to explore hidden decks, to discover secret menus, and to anticipate every opportunity. The cruise was no longer just a vacation. It was an adventure in strategy, observation, and experience, and he felt ready, knowing that the secrets of Embarkation Day had given him an edge, a quiet confidence, and the thrill of mastery. Asterisk, as our Embarkation Day journey comes to an end, remember that the smartest cruisers are not just lucky, they are prepared, observant, and always ready to seize opportunities. They move with purpose, notice the small details, and turn ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Now that you know these insider secrets, you too can navigate the cruise with confidence and make the most of every deck, corridor, and hidden corner. Imagine yourself spotting the quiet spots, the best dining options, and even those secret tricks that most passengers never discover. Every interaction, every step, every small decision can shape your voyage and create memories that last a lifetime. So take these lessons, apply them on your next cruise. Watch how your journey transforms from ordinary to extraordinary, and remember that preparation, patience, observation, and a curious mind are your greatest tools. If you enjoyed this adventure and want to uncover even more tips, hacks, and insider secrets from the world of cruising, hit the like button, share this with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel, because every voyage holds secrets waiting to be discovered, and you deserve to experience them all in the smartest, most enjoyable way possible. So pack light, stay alert, embrace the unexpected, and get ready for the kind of cruise adventure you will Never forget, we'll see you on the next journey where more secrets will be revealed, more tricks uncovered, and more unforgettable experiences await, because every smart cruiser knows the journey is just as exciting as the destination. Asterisk, if you want more insider cruise secrets that most passengers will never know, hit the like button, subscribe now, and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that can make your next voyage smarter, smoother, and unforgettable.